Coach Tom here. I've got 2 tips today for beginners and those new to the game that's really going to help your serve. Number 1 tip, toss the ball just to the peak of your reach. Very important. The toss is very important to a good serve. And when you toss to the peak, you're making your serve easier. Okay? You have more time to hit the ball. And sometimes people say, more time? Don't I have more time when I toss the ball high? You don't. You actually have less time. Let me explain why. Now, ideally, when you hit the serve, you want your arm extended, okay? You want the arm extended as high up as you can reach. So let's just say right now, my racket is as high as I can reach. Now, if I toss the ball way up here, okay, I have to wait for the ball to get to my hitting zone right here before I can hit it. And what happens is many times your swing will pause, or you'll stop, or you'll slow down because you're waiting for the ball to get into your hitting zone. That's the number 1 reason why. And the other thing is this. There's another reason also. When you toss to the peak, the ball stops for midair and it starts to drop at the rate of gravity. So it's in your hitting zone longer. Because when you toss it way up there, the ball starts to drop at the rate of gravity and it's picking up speed as it drops. So by the time it gets to your hitting zone, the ball's moving fast through your hitting zone, giving you less time. So it seems like a contradiction, but when you just toss to the peak of your reach, the ball stops for that millisecond, starts to drop, but it's dropping slower here. It hasn't picked up speed yet. And they did a study on this and they proved that the ball is in your hitting zone 10 times longer when you just toss to the peak of your reach. So that's number 1. Don't toss it higher than you can reach. Number 2, which is also connected to the toss just to the peak of the reach, is a continuous fluid motion. You want one continuous fluid motion. You don't want to stop or pause or slow down because the toss is too high. Now, the best way to get a continuous fluid motion is to learn a good throwing motion, like a pitcher in baseball. You see a pitcher in baseball, they turn, they never stop. You know, that arm is just one continual motion. It's the same thing with a serve. Your racket should not stop. You want it to pick up speed, and you want the ultimate speed at the moment of contact. So those are my 2 tips for today. Toss just to the peak. You're going to have more time, and it stays in your hitting zone longer so that, you know, it's easier for you to time your contact. So when you toss it way out there, that ball's dropping through your hitting zone fast when it's dropping, so you have to have better timing on a toss that's too high. The other thing, continuous motion. Those 2 things are really going to help your serve. Okay, I'm focusing on just tossing to the peak of the reach and a continual motion. Now, as soon as I let go of the toss, I'm going to be swinging at the ball so I can hit it when it stops for that millisecond in midair. Okay, let's take a look in super slow motion here. Weights forward, I drop the hands and transfer the weight to the rear foot. Now as the hands come up, I go to the platform position. I release the ball about nose high. Now as the toss is going up, I'm already starting my swing. My elbow on my hitting arm is starting to bend now, so the racket can drop down behind my back where it is right now. That's the racket drop position. Now from here, with a loose hand, I'm just throwing the racket at the ball. The arm is extended. The ball may have dropped an inch maybe, that's about it. So I have a lot more time with that toss just to the peak. Okay, right here I'm going to hit 7 serves in succession very quickly. And I just want you to get a feel for the rhythm and how I start swinging as soon as I let go of the toss. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. Please give me a thumbs up, a like, and please subscribe to the channel. Remember those 2 key points, and your serve is definitely going to become easier and better. You're going to have more pop because you're not slowing down the swing. Okay? All the best, guys. Get out there and make it a great one.